All right, so in this video, we're gonna go over lubing your throttle cable, your clutch cable, and zerks for your front pivots. The first thing we're gonna focus on is your throttle cable here. So you grab a 4mm Allen, and you can loosen up the 2 bolts on top. Go ahead and remove those. You can then slide the throttle assembly off, and if you look inside, you can see where the cable runs, and that's when we use 3-in-1 oil, and we're just going to go ahead and feed that through. I normally let it go for, I don't know, 10-15 seconds. And eventually gravity will take over and feed it down through the rest of the cable. And then that's when we can go ahead and slide this back on to the handlebar. Make sure the handlebar is sitting up against the starter switch. And after you snug up the 2 Allen bolts, go ahead and twist your throttle. Make sure there's no hesitation, because it's possible that the grip might be rubbing on the handlebar itself, slowing things down, but it sounds pretty smooth. All right, and then for the next step, we're going to go ahead and focus on the clutch cable. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove these 2 retaining bolts right there. So I got 2 12mm wrenches. Go ahead and break those loose. Spin off this left nut, and then spin off the right one all the way. Now release the tension so you can push in and pop the cable right off. Let's do that again. Sometimes you have to push kind of hard, but they'll slip that cable right out. So from up here, what you want to do, you have a nut here that's locking the adjustment in place. Loosen that, and then you want to spin the adjuster nut so it's in line with the clutch here, and then find a spot for the adjustment bolt as well, and that will allow you to slip that right out. And then from here, this is when I'll grab the 3-in-1 oil. And same thing, I'm just going to let this feed for about 10 to 15 seconds. And from there, I'll take the cable, kind of force the lubricant through, and then reverse from there. Feed that right through. Now I'm going to go back down to the side of the bike. All right, now that we're on the side here, we're going to go ahead and do that same thing where we push in this piece and slip on the cable. And now I'm going to take this and I'm going to push it forward until it stops. Spin this nut to the right in. And then go ahead and slide the other one in as well. And then from there, we're going to come up to your clutch lever here. And you'll kind of do some final adjustments. Right now it feels pretty good. It could go a little tighter, so I'm going to go ahead and back this lock nut up. Spin the adjustment tool, or the adjustment bolt, counterclockwise. Keep feeling the clutch lever. Feels pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and lock that nut there. And then the last step you need to do, take those 2 12mm wrenches and go ahead and lock from the left side. So don't over tighten it, you don't want to strip anything, just snug it up and you'll be good. So for this step, we're going to go ahead and grease your Zerk fittings here for your front fork pivots. Take some needle nose pliers. You can pop up the dust cap. Get your grease gun. Go ahead and slide it over until it snaps in place. And you want to squeeze it. You'll feel some hesitation. You might even see some grease squeeze out from where the bushings are inside. And then when you pop it off, you might have to wiggle it a little bit. And there you go. And then if you want to, you can wipe off the grease. And snap the cap right back on. And the same rule applies for the other side as well.